come and join the Play the Game forums at playthegamecentral.com, the home for Call of Duty Zombies.
Hello there, Play the Gamers. My name is Charlie and welcome back to Central. And today, I'll be talking about the cutscene we've recently received from the Eisendrache Easter egg and how it may affect future DLC. But if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on this video beforehand, because a lot of effort went into this video and quite a big script, so it'd be cool if you could do that for us, and also check out the website in the description below. So let's start. So in the cutscene, we actually saw that Dempsey, our World War II Dempsey, died, and that Richtofen collected his soul with the summoning orb. Richtofen also confirms that his own soul is within the summoning key, and we know this because he killed himself at the beginning of the giant cutscene. A lot of us were confused about that, but this has cleared a lot of confusion up. So we now know that World War II Dempsey and World War II Richtofen's souls are within the summoning orb. He seems to be collecting the souls for a certain reason, but for what purpose, we do not know yet. Each character obviously plays a vital role in the story. Could he be collecting their souls in an attempt to perhaps resurrect their ancestors known as Primus? Primus battled the endless waves of apothecans and zombies centuries ago. For now, we can assume that they did their job and managed to destroy the dark forces and drive them back from wherever they came from. In the present time, Primus are only around in the form of their descendants. However, we have seen many versions of them. The current versions are on a mission to kill their other selves in order to make a better future. So Takeo and Nikolai are the only ones left out, and according to the coordinates from Shadows of Evil, we may know where the next two maps will take place. Stalingrad appeared in the coordinates we found in Morgue City. We can tie this in with Nikolai for obvious reasons. We know that Group 935 have a base of operations there due to the diary scrap. Not much information has been given to us about Stalingrad and what we can expect as a map there, so we'll talk about that another time. But for now, let's focus on Takeo. Takeo too must be killed, and what's really interesting is the last coordinate in the diary scrap. I've spoken about this before in many videos, some from years ago and some more recently. The final coordinate takes us to the island of Pompeii, where 935 have yet again set up another facility. We know this because of two ciphers. The first one. The first cipher in Shadows of Evil states in the cell below the waves is where honor suffers. This is blatantly referencing Takeo, as we know how much honor means to him, and he more or less has a quote dedicated to it in each map. However, this doesn't prove that we'll be going to Pompeii. What it may prove is an underwater map. Thanks to our more recent quest, the moon has been destroyed, and the aftermath will affect Earth almost similar to when the Earth was destroyed. Meteorites will rain across the sky, the Earth's orbit will be shifted, and the planet's oceans will engulf most of the surfaced land. The diary scrap could be referring to a map not necessarily located underwater in the first place, but rather a map that suffered the consequences of our actions during My Brother's Keeper, the second one. The second cipher, and the more recent cipher discovered, is the flag semaphore in the Eisendrache. This states that the mission at the Rising Sun facility was a success, and that Division 9 are now moving on with Phase 2 at their island facility. The only island we've encountered during our story so far is Alcatraz, but I can't see that playing an important role anymore. So, this is where the Pompeii coordinate comes into play. We know that Nikolai ties in with Stalingrad, Dempsey with Griffin Castle, and Richtofen in Doris. So that just leaves Takeo to fill the spot for Pompeii. If he is located here, then this is the island listed in the cipher, and we can expect to carry out yet another sacrificial quest. Even if I'm wrong about the moon affecting the ocean, Nan Madol, a ruined city in Pompeii, is a prime location for an apothecan headquarters. In Cthulhu mythos, below the ocean near Madol lies Rulia, home and prison to Cthulhu. This location would be a perfect setting for the next map, and we can expect to see many apothecans here. Rulia was based off the sunken lost continent, Lemuria, which also ties in with our zombie storyline. If you'd like to know more, my video explaining this idea will be in the description below. I urge you all to really watch it if you haven't already. This cipher clears only a little bit of confusion. The bigger mystery at hand is Division 9 and Phase 2. Division 9 may be a certain group within 935 tasked with the objective to locate Divinium all across the planet. Beginning in Shinonuma, they found the meteorite that crashed there and started to experiment with it. This was clearly Phase 1. However, Phase 2 is unknown. I'm sure this will be answered in the next map, but until then, we will just have to speculate. Seeing as they've brought Groff back into the story, they could do so with another 935 scientist, Dr. Schuster. He may be in charge of Division 9, and we could see a similar story start to unfold in Nan Madol, with Richthofen and the team battling yet another corrupted scientist. Or will he see the error in his ways? He was loyal to Richthofen and carried out every experiment with him, even when he was shunned by Maxis for doing so. One last thing I'd like to mention is the summoning key. We now know its true purpose, which is to collect the souls of the dead. This will clearly play a major part in the story to come, seeing as 2 of our original characters' souls are already locked away in there, with a further 2 to join them. An interesting idea is that the final map could actually take place within the summoning key, and that we'll finally see our World War II heroes return as playable characters. Although this seems a bit too far-fetched. We don't really know what's inside of the summoning orb and can't theorize as to what the map will be. So instead, I'd like to see this as a step in the final quest for the last map. Travelling inside the orb to play as our character's souls within a certain part of the Easter egg sounds like a really fun time, and I'd love to see what Treyarch could make out of it. I'd just like to say thank you to a forum user on our website called Blackhand Smith, who posted a really interesting idea behind the Nan Madol map. The thread will be in the description below, and I highly advise you to check it out along with the forum itself. The website's doing really well, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys went over and checked it out. I think a lot of you might actually enjoy it there. With ideas like this, you know there's smart people on that forum, so definitely swing by. But that's about it, guys, so make sure to like the video, subscribe to Central today if you haven't already, check out our Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you guys in the next video. But before I leave, what do you think about this theory? Do you think we'll be going to Nan Madol? Do you think we could be going to Stalingrad and the Summoning Orb? Let me know what you think the next maps will be.